Good morning to our beloved lecturer, Sir Noor Adil bin Abdul Aziz and our classmates. Today, we would like to present to you the company review and strategy plan for Richiamo Coffee. Hopes you enjoy this video. Our group members, Intan, Nurnajiha, Shafirah, Hanisah and Imanina.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Shafirah Binti Mamat. Let's dive into the background of Richiamo Coffee. Firstly, the history of Richiamo Coffee. Richiamo Coffee is run by Richiamo Coffee Center in Berhad. It is a premium coffee shop chain. The company is guided by its deep belief in guaranteeing a consistent supply of quality products and providing superior service to its client, and by a workforce committed to achieving its vision and mission on an ongoing basis. Richiamo Coffee wants to be one of the most well-known and unique businesses at the university. It wants to be known for its high-quality product, friendly atmosphere, and ability to bring people from different backgrounds together. Richiamo Coffee will become the best coffee shop at the university by selling high-quality coffee at reasonable prices and having a friendly atmosphere. Richiamo Coffee's mission is to maintain the quality of its products, services, and atmosphere at a high level so that customers always feel like they are drinking coffee in their own living room. Richiamo Coffee will roast high-quality blends of coffee so that coffee-loving customers can meet with friends or work on their computers in an area that is good for enjoying fine coffee. Richiamo Coffee also earns the trust of its customers, which makes them more likely to stick with the company. Every organization has its own culture and set of core values. Businesses should focus on their building reputation and making a lot of money. When we look at the Richiamo Coffee website, we can see that the company's philosophy sums up to its core belief, which tell us about their culture and values. At Richiamo Coffee, they want every sip of coffee and bite of snack to be a unique experience for their customer. Customers feel as comfortable as if they were sitting in their own living room because of the cozy atmosphere and friendly staff. Richiamo Coffee's goal is to give consumers with high-quality products, services, and atmosphere, while also offering unique and special product, service, and atmosphere. Richiamo Coffee proves their menu based on user taste and feedback to generate new innovative goods and services. Richiamo Coffee focuses on superior services with the goal of giving the consumer the best one possible. So this is Richiamo Coffee's logo. It looks premium as expected that their products are also premium and affordable. Then we move to the board of directors of Richiamo Coffee. Encik Mohamad Zamri Abu Sama as Managing Director. Encik Anwar Zamani as Professional Barista Director. Encik Adam Kasim as Marketing Director. And lastly, Wanda Juliana Ahmad as Operation Director.
Hi, I'm Hanisah. So next we move to chapter 2, which is company review. Company review is including SWOT analysis. The first element of SWOT analysis is strength. So now let's take a look at the strength of Richiamo Coffee. The best thing about Richiamo Coffee is its convenient locations. Most Richiamo coffee shops are at universities like University Technology Mara UTM, Polytechnic Baru, and KU PTM. This is very helpful for students and teachers because it is close to the student hostel, library, mall, and other places. The second strength of Richiamo Coffee is it has great customer service. In fact, service is a big part of why customers stick with the brand. They can find out what the customer really wants and needs through customer service. And last but not least, the third strength of Richiamo Coffee is it is well known at a lot of universities. And this company has already set its sight on the university market, so most universities can confirm that Richiamo Coffee is the market leader for coffee.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Intan Zulaika. So the next part of the SWOT analysis is the weaknesses. Richiamo Coffee has 4 main weaknesses. First, the starting cost of Richiamo Coffee would be higher compared to its competitors. Second, they have higher R&D costs because they tried a lot of different recipes to see which one that suits their target customers. Third, they doesn't have a strong brand equity compared to another brand. And fourth, because of the university student, we have a long semester break. They doesn't have a steady flow of customers.
Next, we move to SWOT analysis for opportunities. Richiamo Coffee has the chance to bring in more students who are interested in coffee. This is because coffee soaking is popular among teens these days. Richiamo Coffee could use this chance to grow its market in UITM by hiring the best barista on the market to attract customers. So Richiamo Coffee will have the chance to become a company that is on the stock market. Then, as a publicly traded company, Richiamo Coffee will be able to get a bigger share of the market and make more money by selling shares. Aside from this, more people will know about their businesses after it becomes a listed company. Richiamo Coffee can look forward to making a well-known coffee brand after becoming a public company. In other words, Richiamo Coffee can sell the coffee in package that customers can use to make coffee at home, such as a package of coffee beans.
Next, we go to threats. Threats are things that could cause problem for an organization. The first threat of Richiamo Coffee is that they has no control over coffee shop like Nescafe Coffee and also Starbucks in Lembah Sireh, which could be dangerous competitors. For example, Nescafe Coffee has a lot of same product and prices as Richiamo Coffee. Customer of Richiamo Coffee might think that the price and taste of Richiamo Coffee and Nescafe Coffee are the same. The second point is Richiamo Coffee customers are mostly come from low-income categories. For example, students and people who work at the university. So some of them does not have a lot of money to spend. The third threat, which is the biggest threat to Richiamo Coffee, is now come from the people's tastes are changing, which is people preference. They found that the customer prefer bubble tea, a Taiwanese drink made with tea, over coffee these days. Last but not least is the last threat is rating review, which is on the website could be effect of Richiamo Coffee reputation. So most of them wrote bad reviews and give low ratings, even though they got good services from Richiamo Coffee. Because of this, it is hard for Richiamo Coffee to get new people to try their food.
The Internet Factor Evaluation metric is a strategic tool used to assess a company's internet environment and disclose its strengths and weaknesses. We have constructed an Internet Factor Evaluation IFE metric for Richiamo Coffee. In order to construct the IFE metric, we have identified the strength and the weakness of Richiamo Coffee. From the table, we see that the total weight score for the IFE metric is 3.07. This indicates that Richiamo Coffee has a strong internal position as the total weight score is above 2.5.
The next table is about the External Factor Evaluation EFE metrics. EFE metrics is a strategic tool for analyzing a company's external environment and identifying possible opportunities and threats. An External Factor Evaluation EFE metric has been made for Richiamo Coffee. We look at the opportunities and threats facing Richiamo Coffee in order to make the IFE metrics. From the table, we can see that the EFE metric has a total with a score of 2.97. The fact that the total weight score is above average shows that Richiamo Coffee has a good external position.
The Competitive Profile Matrix, or CPM, is a comparison tool that highlights the relative strength and weaknesses of Richiamo Coffee and its competitors. In this case, we took Nescafe Coffee and Starbucks as the competitors. Looking at the CPM here is the common elements that influence both internal and external operation of the firms. So, based on the metrics, the Starbucks is more competitive in the market with total score of 3.25 compared to Richiamo Coffee and Nescafe Coffee, which have weighted scores of 3.15 and 3.00 respectively.
Next, Richiamo Coffee has accomplished a new achievement by establishing a collaboration with University Technology Mara (UITM) to empower the disabled, or what we call OKU, in the educational institution. Richiamo Coffee Group Managing Director Mohamad Abu Samah, he said that the CSR initiative known as the social entrepreneurship, and also as you can see here, is the exchange MOUs, which is translated through the responsibility, commitment and concern of UITM and the industry towards the less fortunate community, especially the disabled. Apart from that, free training for OKU and B40 employees is also given at all branches on UITM campus as well. It is the opportunity to further develop their careers at Richiamo Coffee branches nationwide.
The problems faced by Richiamo Coffee are lack of workers and the small size of cafe. The first one, lack of workers. From the beginning of Richiamo Coffee's opening to the present, the main problem faced by this company is a lack of workers. These problems often happens because there are many branches that have been launched and require skilled and semi-skilled workforce staff to work. Workers' shortage are also caused by unethical workers' attitude in which they do not study earnestly to do a job. For example, coffee brewing requires high skill so that the appearance, taste and quality of the coffee are guaranteed to be delicious and according to the taste that have been set. Due to this work, there are also those who resign from the job because they are not resistant and not interested in doing the job. The second problem by Richiamo Coffee is that small size cafe. Richiamo Coffee could only limit to 20 customers at one time. When we once visited the cafe, we could see that not many customers were in and there were seats available for us. Apart from that, the reason could be because there are several competitors around, such as Nescafe Coffee and Jiwa Kopi dan Binsu.
Individuals, groups, and organizations influence each other to better the firm. Every organization has internal or external obstacles, whether they are self-inflicted or external. Managers should be able to solve any challenge to ensure their organization's success. If a problem emerges in the organization, management must devise a remedy to prevent escalation. It may be discovered that the problem is not only external to management but also to managers' management style. Shareholder issues are tough to resolve because everyone can express their own viewpoints. A leader should handle stockholders to keep them from leaving during a conflict. If they clash, a leader must act.
Next, we go to the SPACE metric. SPACE metric is also known as a Strategy, Position and Action Evaluation Network. It is a crucial management tool that focuses on technical details, particularly as it relates to the association. The grid is divided into 4 possible strategies. The first one is aggressive, conservative, defensive, or competitive. And as you can see on the slide, is that each factor is given a score, which is a better situation is indicated by higher rating for both financial position and industrial position, which are rated on a scale of 1 to 7. Besides, on the other side, score for stability position and competitive position are ranged from -1 to -7, which lower values signifying a less beneficial or weak position. So, for Richiamo Coffee, it is on the competitive quadrants that represent their business in the lucrative areas but lack the financial resources to capitalize them. As a result, the short-term strategy should concentrate on finding joint venture opportunities with reliable businesses, raising efficiency to improve supply reliability, and also exploring for the new items to grow their sales.
The internal, external, or IE matrix arrange the various divisions or segments of an organization in a nice cell display, where it is also known as a portfolio matrix. So the IE matrix uses 2 primary parameters, which is the IFE total weighted scores on the x-axis and EFE total weighted scores on the y-axis. So looking at the table of the IE matrix, the IFE total weighted scores is 3.07, which is strong, and the EFE total weighted scores is 3.19, which is high. Therefore, Richiamo Coffee has fallen under the region 1, where it is described as a grow and build strategy consisting of the integration strategies and also intensive strategies. The backward, forward, and horizontal integration of the integration strategies indicates that the company should exert more control over its supplier, distributors, and also rivals. For intensive strategies, however, the first step in the market penetration is for the company to expand the market share for its current goods and services by engaging in the more intensive marketing efforts. Second, expanding the market entails offering current goods and services in new regions. And third, by producing the new product or services or improving the existing one, product development aims to boost the sales.
BCG metric is a strategic management tool developed by the Richiamo Coffee Senior Mamat, which helps to analyze the position and potential of the strategic business unit. The matrix is divided into 4 classes based on 2 dimensions. Industry or market growth is the first dimension. The other dimension of the business unit, it is a relative market share. In one of these 4 classes, strategic business units are put. The BCG matrix for the Richiamo growth strategy helps you to decide on strategies for the business units. Okay, the first one is the stars. It works in a future market with prospective. The growth strategy of Richiamo Coffee produced a huge percentage of its revenue. By purchasing additional companies inside the supply chain, Richiamo's coffee growth strategy should be integrated vertically. As this strategic business unit possesses potential, this will assist it to make more profit. All types, different varieties of coffee developed by experts and made from the best bean are included under Star. This is because their coffee has a high percentage of both market share and market growth. Most of the customers come to the restaurants to buy coffee, especially for the students. This is the main reason all varieties of coffee fall under the Star category. And then the second is about question marks. In its BCG metrics for Richiamo coffee growth strategy, the cool beverage menu is under the question marks. Recent market trends reveal that customers are more focused on cool beverage due to the weather. This market thus has a strong growth rate on the market. This is because many customers, especially students, are ordering cool drinks compared to hot drinks due to the hot weather lately. So this requires the marketing department to install a strategy to introduce or create ads about the products so that the customer or students are more confident to buy this product. Next is about cash cow. The Western Deluxe is a cash cow in the BCG matrix of Richiamo growth strategy. This is because Western Deluxe have a low percentage of market growth, but it also has a high percentage of market share. Not too many customers buy Western at Richiamo Coffee because the company has other competitors such as Nascan Coffee. Nascan Coffee also sells Western menu, which is the same menu as Richiamo Coffee. So the company needs to create a new and creative strategy to further increase Western Delight sales at Richiamo Coffee. Having a food truck means that you can offer customers a quicker buying process and also give them samples of product, which can then lure customers in to buy more, and that this is strategic business unit operates as long as it profits. If it is no longer profitable and becomes a dog, then this strategic business unit should be dedicated to Richiamo Coffee growth strategy. And then the last one is about dogs. So Richiamo Coffee's pastry is under a dog in the BCG metric. This strategic business unit also has a low profits because some customers will be ordering a cup of coffee rather than pastry. Other than that, the customers among students will like to go Richiamo Coffee during lunchtime and prefer to buy food that give them energy, such as rice. So Richiamo Coffee growth strategy is advocated for investing sufficiently in the company to transform it into a cash cow. If the market starts to be developed again in the future, this will assure that Richiamo Coffee growth strategy will become profitable.
The Quantitative Strategic Planning Matrix, or QSPM, is a method of analysis used in the literature to evaluate the relative merits of workable alternative actions. So it is a stage 3 of the framework for formulating alternative solutions and provides an unbiased ranking of the most effective ones. The QSPM makes an objective choice between the various options by using the input from the stage 1 analysis and matching outcomes from the stage 2 analysis. The Kota Baru branch of Richiamo Coffee benefits from the prime location. Being one of the recently established businesses in the Kota Baru region, one of their biggest obstacles is the intense competition from the nearby rival. So when compared, the quality of the food and beverage offered is on par with that of other well-known companies because the corporation invests a significant sum of money in the R&D process as well as the initial cost. Referring to the QSPM table, the total weighted score for building a new larger store is 4, which is higher compared to the fully renovated the existing stores, which scores 3.14. Therefore, based on the SWOT factors used in the QSPM table, we can see that by building a new larger store, it can help Richiamo Coffee to boost their market growth and also competitive position.
So the conclusion for this part is to finish up the strategy analysis section. The marketing strategy choices Richiamo Coffee makes affect its positive outcome in the market. As we have seen in Richiamo Coffee marketing mix, the company has chosen to use well the differentiation strategy targeting a broad market segment. The product as a component mix is differentiated well as it offers different varieties of coffee and high quality of products compared to its competitors.
Moving forward to Chapter 4, Strategy Implementations. Strategy number 1, Operational Strategy. Develop and train crews. Employees are more likely to do their duties accurately when they receive the necessary training to help them understand their roles and develop their abilities. As a result, employers should make an effort to put in place effective training programs that will adequately prepare personnel for success as they transition into new roles. The second strategy in operational strategies create a culture of support and well-being. It is crucial to understand that workers frequently perform better when they feel appreciated and happy with their job. Being a successful organizational leader therefore requires thoughtful creation of a strong culture that exhibits respect for people. Richiamo Coffee may foster a culture of well-being and support for staff members by providing competitive pay, extensive benefit at work, opportunity for professional growth, and a healthy workplace.
At Richiamo Coffee, the product, their service, and the atmosphere are all ways for the company to show its value. So Richiamo coffee shops often have a beautiful setting that's great for Instagram, as well as an interesting atmosphere and nice lighting. Richiamo Coffee also has its own website and uses several social media sites to talk to its customers. Businesses should sell their products and services on social media platforms because most people keep their profiles up to date and use them whenever they want. They also improve their marketing approach by sponsoring a number of significant events in the UITM Kota Baru campus area. Richiamo Coffee has made available 500 discount vouchers to the participants of one of the events, which was organized and run by UITM Kota Baru. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Next is strategy 3, which is business strategy. Richiamo Coffee wants to build several locations across Malaysia. So the first step will be to design a standard operating procedures. The procedure is to ensure that the quality of their meals is consistent across all branches. The standard operating procedures is applicable to all employees and baristas in all Richiamo Coffee's branches. Other than that, they also frequently engage with students through coffee chats and get their feedbacks on the services. This can help to ensure that the quality of management improves in the future.
To conclude, the most crucial phase of strategic management is strategy implementation. The manager's emotional state as well as the workplace environment have an impact on the implementation process. Implementing a strategy requires a careful consideration of the relationship within Richiamo Coffee's business. Only if the plan is adequately implemented within the allotted time. The strategy implementation stage can only be successful if all business levels are informed of the objective, plans, results, and progress made. The time needed is very significant and all parties involved in actual implementation process should be made aware of this. And in order to meet the needs of the business, consistency must be maintained both internal and externally.
The last segment of this assignment is Chapter 5, Conclusion and Recommendations. But before that, we're going to take a look at exploitation of new strategies according to students' idea. Employees are a company's biggest supporters and determine whether it succeeds or fails. Employers should treat employees with the value they contribute, since the work they do affect what customers and partners see. Although leaders of an organization may be physically replaceable, their skill sets and knowledge cannot. Therefore, even while each employee is employed to provide the same set of talents, they each contributed something unique to the table. So in my opinion, the employees of staff play a big role in the company or any organizations. Therefore, it is important for an employer to have a qualified staff. So in order to do that, employees have to work hard and get more staff by implementing the above strategies. Last but not least, I am sure this cafe will be a successful organization and gain more profit in future.
So for the recommendation of the Richiamo Coffee, in the usual cycle market, Richiamo Coffee has discovered that building a successful strategy is relatively simple. However, if the criteria are too simplistically applied, a company may choose a strategy that is either narrow or too broad dependent on the other factors. A loss of competitive advantage might arise from selecting the incorrect technique for choosing which customers needs to satisfy. So Richiamo Coffee needs to choose to offer a number of additional products that coffee drinkers enjoy as a part of a similar diversification strategy. They now provide food and beverage, but what they may have neglected in the past is that coffee shop regular consumers like the atmospheres as much as the sweetness of the coffee. They should explore offering health conscious drinks like coffee with less sugar, or maybe can change the sugar to brown sugar to make the coffee. So the coffee is often consumed in the morning, thus a process other than freshness and design should be examined to attract a healthier diet present during the day or evening. So the second is Richiamo coffee shop should promote their product, which include tea bag coffee, beverage, food, and so on. Richiamo Coffee can promote its product through television advertisement or magazines. So Richiamo Coffee can give a student price for all students that have membership cards, because we know that most location of Richiamo Coffee is near to the university. So they need to prepare the membership cards and free gift for all the loyal customers. This will help customer Richiamo Coffee to attract more customer come to purchase in the cafe. So with this will increase their selling point and profit of the Richiamo Coffee. Other than that, Richiamo Coffee should increase the number of workers so that the business runs smoothly without any late service. As we know that Richiamo is the place for students to stop by after going back from class. So Richiamo needs to provide the best and effective service for their customer, especially for the students. So when Richiamo provides a bad service, it will give a bad impact towards Richiamo, because a student nowadays are fast in spreading the news or feedback about the bad service to others. So that's all from me and my group. Thank you.